Real quick message. I'm in my daughter's room because she always in my room. So the reason why these people did these nasty, hideous, unbelievable things to you is because no one would believe that they did it to you. That's the whole reason why they did it to you. Because the things that they did to you, they even sound unreal. The things that has been done to you, ears haven't even heard before. So when you speak your truth, you immediately fracture and shatter these people that sleep, and they're the ones that's a part of it. And when they hear what's being done or what has been done, it puts them in a state of panic. It's like they start drowning in your truth. They can't, imagine this happening to you when they played a part of it. They played a part of it by just knowing and played like they didn't know. Like I stated in my other video some months back, the police don't get paid to stop crimes from happening. They get paid after crimes happen. So basically, the police just sit back and allow crimes to happen because they don't get paid to stop murders. They don't get paid. They get paid after the murder has happened because they're the ones that show up on call. They're the ones that stretch that yellow tape. But God forbid, somebody put a hit out on you and you go to the police or you go to these people and you're like, yeah, my family put a hit out on me and I just want to put it in a police report. When you say it, my family put a hit out on me and I want it in a police report, like I want it documented that my family put it, they immediately get mad, for one, because and they'll even ask you, as much as police is always want a witness and always looking for a witness, they get mad when the witness shows up. And they begin to military gaslight you. Well, how do you know someone put a hit out on your head? How do you know? And you sitting here, they asking you about how do you know what's going on in your life. And these are polices and these are detectives, and that if they was to put themselves in your shoes, so you don't know when someone is trying to unalive you, officer. You don't know when somebody trying to set you up and frame you for a crime you didn't commit. You don't know that. You don't know who's good in your family and who's evil in your family. How could you not know that? How could you not know who's after you? How could you not know who's trying to frame you? How could you not know? That's the first thing they ask you. How you know that? How do you know that? Because you're living it. You've lived it. You've gone through it. You've gone through the experience. That's how you know. It shatters their world. It puts a dent in their hearts. When you speak your truth and you speak on things that these evil minions have done, And when you speak on it, people like, no, I just doesn't make any sense. Why would your family want to kill you? It just doesn't. Are you telling these people your testimony so it makes sense to them? Or are you being obedient to God by sharing your testimony so that it can help others? So for these people that's like, no, it doesn't make any sense. Why would someone disown their whole family because, you know, they're saying they're killers? It doesn't make sense. Because the same people that it don't make sense to are the ones that played a part, or they want to join in with what is already going on with you, and they just want to know. It's an illusion. How can you say that your mom tried to kill you? How can you say that? It's just your feelings, and these are people that they're asleep, they're under hypnosis. And when you speak truth, because see, people that are not awakened and they robots or they clones, they're only used to fiction things. Either you were dead or either you're alive. That's all these people know. It's either you're dead or either you're alive. That's it. But if you are alive and you know that someone tried to kill you, oh my God, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why are you saying that? Because they only know either you're alive or either you're unalive. So the fact that someone tried to kill you and you're still here, they cannot comprehend that. Their Mumdulam Amangata do not register that type of, it doesn't go that far. It's a cap on it. These are the people that'll be like, how did you survive? And they won't say, oh my God, God be the glory. God got you out of that. Your car folded up like a pretzel. And these are the ambulance people and the firefighters show up and they're like scratching their head like, how'd that happen? How'd you end up with just a scratch on your head? It's no, because, and they get sad. They don't have nothing to investigate. They don't really have nothing to go off of. They don't say, wow, that's a miracle. That's a miracle that, your family tried to unalive you, but you still here to tell your testimony. Wow, you're a walking miracle. No, they feel like you're a walking contradiction. You're a walking problem. Because believe it or not, whether they know you or not, energy flows, energy travels. And demonic spirits do jump on low vibrational people all day, every day. So a lot of people, they don't see you as a walking miracle. Somebody that God rose up off of their deathbed, or somebody who you checked out and God said, no, check back in. They don't say, oh my God, it's a miracle. It's a walking miracle. No, they say, how do you know your family tried to unalive you? Why would you say that? Why would you feel? They question everything that you know to be real and is true. They question it down to the T. It doesn't make sense. Why would your mom do this? Why would your family do this? And then they're saying these things. It doesn't make sense. Why would your child's father try to unalive you? And they're saying these things about people that if you type their name in the system, they've been to jail for attempted murder. They've been to jail for assault with a deadly weapon. They have drug charges. They have gun charges. They've done 7 years. They've done 8 years. But then these people, these sleep people on the outside looking in, have the nerve to say, scratch their head, why would your child father try to unalive you? After the facts is lined up like this wall, all they charges, you can look them up. They in disbelief that your child father will try to unalive you, but yet this motherfucker has been to jail for attempted murder on 3 other people's lives. People, a lot of people carry weapons to protect themselves. No, these people carry weapons to unalive other people for no goddamn reason. Because people that want to protect themselves, they get a gun license, they go to the gun range, they know how to conceal their weapon. This motherfucker ain't had a gun license since a license had a gun, since a gun's had a license. But yet people are, oh my goodness, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Why would black women be attacking you? It doesn't make sense. And they're saying this and then behind the scenes, these black women that are attacking you has been to jail for stalking, possession of cocaine. They done been, I can't say the word. Where they check you into, the mental institution, the mental house or whatever. Why? It doesn't make any sense why this person have been in and out of mental institutions, but yet it is so hard for these people in the community, and it's so hard for police officers to understand and grasp why these people have done what they've done. Your neighbor done been in and out of jail all her motherfucking life, but the police just, why was she, all the police gotta do is type in her name, her shit come up, battery, assault with a deadly weapon, battery on a Leo, go on and on and on. Rap sheet from 10 years long, but then they in front of you talking about, doesn't make any sense, why would your neighbor just have a problem with someone they don't even know? Y'all know what people been doing lately? A lot of military gaslighting. Military gaslighting is when I say, hey, how y'all doing? And you say, I'm doing fine. And I say, don't yell at me. And then you like, what? I didn't yell at you. I just said I just answered your question. I said I was doing just fine. Oh, don't get defensive with me. And you like, okay. That's called military gaslighting. They stay very calm when they accuse you of things that's not going on. So who is the real one creating an illusion, right? Or you'll tell them something happened to you and they immediately attack you because they still mad about when they was 6 years old and they Uncle Ray Ray and Pookie and them touched them, and they've been carrying this family secret for 35 years, and here you come bold as a motherfucking lion talking about, hey, Uncle Rufus touched me and he won't ever touch me again, and I'm not finna sit up here and pretend like we just one big happy family. And we can be one big happy family just long as y'all don't invite his ass, his goofy, perverted ass to the cookhouse no more. Or however you decide to express your truth about what happened to you. These are why these people are mad at you, because they still carrying that load for the family. To make their family look good, to make their family look like they doing something. They at the family functions fixing the same person that molested them as a child a plate like nothing happened when they were 6 years old. And then that's why they mad at you. Cause you like, nah, I'm free from the chain, from the family slave chain gang. Your whole family in chains, in bondages, based off of lies and illusions. And they're mad because you're living outside of the illusion so that you can heal. No, they want you to live inside the illusion. That's why they question what happened to you so. Why do you feel that way? How you ask a person why would they feel that way after they have told you what happened to them, shown you what happened to them, and have evidence. These people still have the nerve to say, well, why do you feel that way? Well, why would you think that, why would you think that about your child's father? Why would you think that about your family? Why would you think that about your mother? Because these are the people that's still living under hypnosis. These are people that are under heavy witchcraft. They don't have a mind of their own. They only know, like I said, one-track mind. They don't understand. It's not a miracle to them that you're alive. That's something that their mind can't understand. There's no, because to them, there is no celebration in a walking miracle. It's only celebration when somebody dies. That's how they look at things. Oh, we don't get to celebrate now. We don't get to party now. We gotta fucking figure out. When there's nothing to figure out, you got all the facts, you got all the evidence. It's just people don't want to believe that these nasty, gruesome things happen to you, because these same nasty, gruesome things happen to them, but they're just not going to say anything about it. So how dare you? Who are you to speak up on family secrets? How dare you? We're just going to question everything that you say until the point where you feel like, what am I talking about? Why would I say? They want you to question yourself. Why? When you're the walking evidence. Why? When you have the truth. Why? When you know the truth. And they know the truth too, but they would never have the balls to speak the truth, even about things that have happened to them. They have took an oath and a vow that they're not gonna ever speak on what their cousins did to them that night. They're not gonna ever speak on it. And so who are you? You should do the same thing. We suppress, we submerge, and we bury truth. We do not walk in our truth. And this is somebody in your family that feels this way. They don't walk in their truth. They walk in illusions that they have painted themselves to be. No, we don't have pedophiles in our family whole time. They know exactly who the pedophile is and will leave you around the pedophile just so you can get touched, just so you can be infected. And then when you say something, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Why would you say that? Why would you feel that way? Maybe because you was there, you saw this person throw you on the bed or whatever you did. You experienced it. You lived through it. They will hard down convince you that nothing fucking happened. No one's trying to kill you. No one did any of these things to you. Mufasa. Say it again. Say it again. Mufasa. They don't want you to know what you know, but how the only reason you know it is because they did it. If they wouldn't have did it, then you wouldn't have known it. You wouldn't have knowed it. Knowed it. Yeah, that's a new word. You wouldn't have knowed it. If they wouldn't have did it. If they wouldn't have did it, you wouldn't have knew it. Because you ain't new to this. You true to this. How can someone question your what you went through? As if you didn't go through it, as if you didn't experience it. You're the witness, and they're trying to make you they're trying to make you wrong. Well, why would this person hide documents from you? Why would this person not give you the documents that belong to you? It doesn't make any sense. Because they don't want these people to have their money. That's why. And then it doesn't make sense to them on your behalf. Not their behalf. It doesn't make sense on your behalf. It's they immediately start trying to prove you wrong. They immediately start trying to antagonize you. No. Did you make sure that you did this, or did you make sure? Yeah, I did that, and they were supposed to give me that 2 years ago. No, it's no way. It gotta be your fault. It has to be something that you've done, and it's like, yeah, I did everything that I was supposed to do. I did everything that they told me to do. So it doesn't make sense. Why would they? Because they ain't on it.